Buenas and half a day, everyone. Good afternoon, and welcome to the Guam Congress Building. I'd like to thank my colleagues for joining me this afternoon, Speaker Therese Terlahi, our Committee on Rules Chair, Chris Barnett, and Senator Jesse Lujan. Thank you very much, colleagues. We're here today to recognize a very special month for all of us, and this is Youth Month 2023. We have partners from across the island who provide youth services in our schools, in our community, and we're very thankful that you're here today to celebrate with us. So many different people who are making a difference in the lives of our youth. So I want to call up some special folks today. If we can get a representative from every agency that's here. I see Mrs. Gutierrez from DOE, Mr. Weekly from DYA, our Youth Congress reps, Behavioral Health and Wellness, Sanctuary, CPS, Girl Scouts. We're formerly from Girl Scouts. So where are you from now? Okay, Guam Behavioral Health. All right, great. So, Youth Congress, come up. The Coalition, please join us. Sure, and please, Danielle, our co-chair for Youth Month, and Corinne, please come up. These are the ladies working behind the scenes to plan all of our events and bring our youth out for all of these awesome activities. So thank you very much for being here. And we're honored from the Guam Legislature to present to you all, we have copies for all of your organizations, with resolution number 74-37, relative to recognizing the observance of Guam Youth Month during the month of April 2023 and commending the Guam Department of Youth Affairs and the numerous organizations, advocates, and partners for their continued dedication and commitment to the youth of Guam. Whereas each year the Guam Department of Youth Affairs celebrates April as Youth Month with signature events including an oratorical contest, which we will host here in the legislature next week, and the much anticipated Island Leadership Day. Guam's youth have made various contributions in ensuring the well-being of our society and taking the mantle as leaders of tomorrow, which has led to the creation of Guam's first ever youth summit, the Mona Manhoban Summit, which culminated in the creation of a youth action plan, which was presented to the island's leaders. The Guam Youth Congress continues to give a voice to legislation that directly impacts the interests of our youth, and the Legislative Committee on the Advancement of Youth has worked diligently with the Guam Youth Congress to ensure their passed bills are introduced in the Guam legislature and heard, and some of them are now even public law, like the Period Poverty Act of 2021 and the Manhoban Para Ifinota Act. The Governor's Youth Advisory Council has been working closely with island leaders to ensure that youth representation and engagement is at the forefront of decisions being made for our island. Many of Guam's youth participate in volunteer activities and programs through their schools or private and religious organizations for the betterment of our community. Both in and out of school, Guam's youth participate in sports, music, dance, theater, and other activities which provide enjoyment, entertainment, and cultural appreciation for all communities. Guam's youth are engaged in the use of development of technology and social media, supporting and promoting new skills and abilities which will be vital to Guam's future. And whereas recognizing the numerous youth-serving organizations that collaborate to support their success, such as DYA, the government agency tasked to promote positive youth development, the Island-Wide Board of Governing Students, or IBOGS. Thank you, Mrs. Gutierrez, for being here, for your students who are on vacation right now. An organization used as a platform for students to give their opinions to promote a stronger and safer environment in schools. The Guam Department of Education, which has been a change agent in educating the youth of Guam. The Governor's Youth Advisory Council, which advises the governor on current issues affecting our island's youth. And the Guam Youth Congress, a youth organization that provides experience and better understanding of the legislative branch. Whereas this year's theme for the oratorical contest hosted by DYA is the power of resiliency, and was selected by representatives and members of both the Guam Youth Congress and Governor's Youth Advisory Council. The winners of the oratorical contest will serve as the youth governor and youth lieutenant governor during Island Leadership Day on April 27. And youth participants will have the opportunity to shadow island leaders during Island Leadership Day, which will allow them to gain hands-on experience and insight on how local departments and agencies run on a daily basis. And we look forward to having all of these young people running the legislature on Island Leadership Day. Be it resolved that Imiray Trente Sheti Legislature Guahan does hereby, on behalf of the people of Guam, recognize the observance of Guam Youth Month during the month of April 2023 and commend the Guam Department of Youth Affairs and the numerous organizations, advocates, and partners for their continued dedication and commitment to the youth of Guam. Be it further resolved and certified by the Speaker, the Legislative Secretary attests to, and the adoption hereof, and that copies of the same be transmitted to Mrs. Melanie Brennan, Director Mr. Michael Weekly of the Department of Youth Affairs, to Director Arthur Sin-Augustine of the Department of Public Health and Social Services, to Director Therese Areola of Guam Behavioral Health and Wellness Center, to Humanities Guahan, to the Prevention, Education, and Empowerment Office, the Peace Office, to the Guam Coalition Against Sexual Assault and Family Violence, to Sanctuary Incorporated of Guam, to the Chodu Guam Foundation, to Manyetlu Guam, to the Guam Homeschool Association, to the Juvenile Drug Court, Superior Court of Guam, to members of the Island-wide Board of Governing Students, Dr. Judith T. Wanpat, Acting Superintendent of the Guam Department of Education, to Lily Vinch, Speaker of the 34th Guam Youth Congress, to the Chair of the Governor's Youth Advisory Council, Cheyenne Un, to myself, Senator Amanda Shelton, the Chairperson of the Committee on the Advancement of Youth, and to the Honorable Lourdes A. Leon Guerrero E. Magahagan Guahan. So on behalf of the people of Guam, on behalf of the people of Guam, we thank you for all of the good work that you're doing for our young people, building the future of our island, today's change agents, tomorrow's leaders. We thank you for helping this next generation be a generation of resilience, rooted in our culture, in our values, and we look forward to all of the work that you will continue to do. So I'll ask my colleagues to help me pass these out to all of our organizations who are here today. And I'd like to invite Mr. Weekly from the Department of Youth Affairs to share a few words about the work that you're doing, especially this month during Youth Month.
Thank you, Senator. I do apologize. Our director is not able to be here. She had some family matters to attend to, but you got me, okay? Senators, Acting Lieutenant Governor, I think this resolution just doesn't acknowledge or recognize the month as Youth Month, but I think it acknowledges the hard work that we do, both in the youth services, whether it be the staff of DYA, our partners with DOE and Guam Behavioral Health, and the coalition. But further, I think it acknowledges the contributions that the youths have contributed to this island. The service they do, the work they do, and I think it's not always something that we do recognize, because we always recognize the employees, but I think this year, 1 month out of the year, we acknowledge our young leaders of tomorrow, because we were all there and all that, and so we wanted to thank you. As the Senator said, for Youth Month, we do have the oratorical contest coming up. Next week, Tuesday, is our middle school division. And on Wednesday, we have the high school division for the oratorical contest. The winners of each will go on, as the Senator said, to serve as our youth governor and our youth lieutenant governor for the day. In addition, all the other participants, whether they participated in the oratorical contest or got nominated by their schools, will go on to serve as leaders for Island Leadership Day. Each senator will have a youth counterpart, the governor, the lieutenant governors, various agency directors and agency heads, as well as I believe we have 3 judges participating this year. So they're going to get a first-hand experience of running a court, and hopefully that's the only time they'll be in court, but we do. But again, I think on behalf of DYA and our partners, we do thank you. Your legislative resolution is your commitment to us, and we appreciate that. Thank you.
I'd also like to recognize Senator Roy Kanata. He's our youngest person in the legislature, so this resolution is also for him, Youth Month. And I'd like to invite one of our representatives from the Guam Youth Congress. I know your speaker isn't here, but if one of you fine young people would like to come up and talk about what Youth Month means to you, please join us here. You're used to it. Yeah, Youth Congress.
Oh, it's we're with Youth Advisory Council.
Oh, Advisory Council. Whoever wants to do it. Both of you. Advisory Council. We want young people to talk.
Well, it's always really nice for any type of recognition for hard work that gets done, because there's a lot of hard work that goes in at every level of government, no matter the age. But it's always great encouragement for a lot of people in the younger system to this recognition. It's nice. It's comforting. It says that we're doing something that really helps, and any form of that is always it's great. And I think it really leads youth into the path of into the government, making a change for the betterment of our island as a whole. Thanks.
Julie, want to talk?
Oh my goodness, I feel so unprepared. Okay, well, half a day, everybody. I am Julie Laksamana, and I am a representative from the Guam Youth Congress. Thank you so much for having us out here today. I know a lot of my peers, and especially my speaker, Vince, wasn't able to make it today, but we truly appreciate the honor and recognition of this resolution. The Youth Month means a lot to the youth, because I believe when we were growing up, there was just a lot of generational, let's just say like generational strife and generational taboos that a lot of people couldn't grow up with and like talk about it comfortably. So I think that the youth now are becoming more and more open to different ideas, and they're also absorbing different perspectives, especially with the help of technology nowadays. I think that the legislature recognizing and commending the youth, it puts us in a position where we want to do better and where we recognize efforts of other people our age, and it shows that we're able to do the same things and push for a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're very proud to have all of our young people here from the Governor's Youth Advisory Council, from the Guam Youth Congress. Thank you for being such a shining example to your peers. We hope that they'll all become more involved, not just in government, but every aspect of our community, to build a stronger and better Guam for all of us. So Siduos Masi. And again, thank you to all of our providers who are here today. You are the ones building that foundation for all of our young people, and we are thankful for all that you do. So happy Youth Month to all of you, and Biba Manhoben. Siduos Masi. And happy Easter to all of you and your families. Please enjoy this holiday weekend. Okay. Now, everybody come up and we'll have a picture together.